I'm just kidding, let's go catch some fish. I can't leave this game at like 99% ready, so let's go. Okay, so, I already have caught a goldfish, big angelfish, lemon tail, clownfish, sunfish, red snapper, 3 different great rainbow trouts. Just 3 different rainbow trout. Colorful carps, great carp, beakfish, mackerel, and that's it. So that's all I have. Hopefully I kept in the ones that I found in Moonbrook while I was trying to figure out where to catch the one big one. And technically, I think some of the ones that we put in the fish tank we no longer have on us, so we don't need to catch those either. So without further ado... Oh, I also didn't give you guys a link to the island. I should do that too. Without further ado, let's go catch some fish. I'm going to start by heading off to Furrowfield. Well, okay, well, let's go there. So this looks like it's just a randomized version of the stuff that we got from the fishing island. So all the stuff in the water out by the fishing island, we can come here and get infinitely. Because the fishing island, at least as far as I can tell, is another permanent island. Which we can go to and build on, and do whatever we want. Cool stuff. That also means it has its own resident cap. So even though we're capped on residents in the Isle of Awakening, we can transfer them to like 8 different islands right now. So you can actually hold quite a bit total. Anyway, fishing. Out by the old Dia tree, there are 4 fish we can catch. A salmon. A whale shark? A pink queen? And a red snapper! I was starting to think the red snapper didn't show up at all. In the southwestern island that you have to glide out to, there are 3 fish we're looking for. A humphead wrasse. Apologies for every fish I'm going to mispronounce, by the way. I'm only saying that once. A striped beakfish. And a seahorse. Just west of town, in the shallow water, there are 3 fish we're looking for. A sunfish! A flounder. Oh, that's that one with the eyeballs on the same side. What a weird fish. A blue tang! Wasn't there a movie about that thing? And just a little bit north of where I am, in the deep ocean, there are 3 more fish we're looking for. A moonfish! A mackerel, which we already had plenty of. And an anglerfish. Terrifying. Next up is Crumble Dun. We're right here at the beach. There are, in fact, 5 fish that we can be looking for. Of note, when I say there are 5 fish, that doesn't mean this is the only place that you can catch these 5 fish. And that also doesn't mean that we need all 5 of these fish. It also doesn't mean that there are only 5 fish. A couple of them before I've said we need 3, there are 4 when there were 4 different fish there. So when I say there are 5, that doesn't actually mean a lot. But right here specifically, which means there are in fact really only 2 we need to catch here that we don't have already. The Blue Queen. And a squid! Down here by the oasis, there are 2 fish we're looking for. A red beta. Beta? Beta. And a blue beta. There are 3 fish here in the underground lake, though we did catch them in a previous video. A rainbow trout. A colorful carp. And an angelfish. To Moonbrook, then. Instead of looking at a list that may or may not contain what I may or may not have, let's just focus on what we actually need in each area. Can I fish here? We'll find out. Supposedly there are 4 fish here that I possibly need. A jellyfish. Tuna! We're trying a slightly different location. I was over there. Now, I'm here. Here's the dock. A marlin! And a halibut. Location made all the difference. Doing it down here off of the sand caught me way more than what was up there. Up at the very north, near the cargo crane, there are 2 we need. A manta ray! Look at the size of that thing. And a blowfish! Be careful, it's poisonous. Back under the icy bridge, there are 3 we need. A stripy salmon. A lake trout. A king salmon! Down in Renderock, there are 2 we're looking for. A coelacanth! It's supposed to be some kind of super ancient fish. And a carp! Back on the Isle of Awakening, there are also a lot of fish that you can only catch here. Though it doesn't actually matter where you fish, probably because you can do whatever you want to the island. What does matter is what you're fishing in. In regular old water, there is 1 fish we need. A goldfish. I don't know how these fish got up here, I just made these. In muddy water, there are 3 fish we need. A bass. Had to remember how to pronounce it. A lemon tail. And a piranha! Funnily enough, piranhas only bite once. In seawater, there are 2 we need. A rockfish. And a clownfish. I couldn't get this one to show up top, so it probably has to be in deep water. In hot water, there are 2 we're looking for. An arowana. And a neon tetra. You may notice we're not quite there, but we're out of places to fish. Well, we've got to go back to our good friend. The area that was just unlocked, the Gurgling Lagoon. It's the only place to catch the final fish. Shallow seawater, which is pretty much anywhere. A nautilus! I was not expecting that. But there we go, we did it! Now, the thing about the fish is you actually have to go catch all 40 fish. There isn't room for leeway like there is in the other quests. That should open up, if I can find it. The Marine Monument. Man, I don't have any of that. Well, that's fine. While I'm thinking about it, there is actually one other thing I kind of forgot to do. So I'm going to grab a Nessa. Because Anessa is one of the strongest fighters that you have, next to Malroth, actually. And I'm going to give her, you know what, I'm going to give her the Sword of Kings, because we're going to go fight somebody. I'll get that back eventually. Back on Coral Cay, there is one of the mermen that I did not kill. He always resides at the bottom of one of the deep trenches. So I'm gonna go stab him and see what happens. Oh, this guy's a weenie. He's gonna go down like nothing. This isn't the fight I was expecting. It's gonna be fine. We got it. I mean, he hits kind of hard, I guess. Kinda. If he wants to. Oh no, my defenses. I don't know if you get anything for this. He hits hard, though. But he's dead, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, and we got a merman! We got a mer-dude from it. Cool. And there we go. Now we get a whole lineup. I should put a ladder or something over here. Now we got the whole array, the whole cast greeting us as we come in. So that wasn't actually what I wanted to do. I mean, it kind of was, but it ended up not being what I wanted it to be. So, instead, I'm going to understand that what I'm going to do may or may not be stupid. I'm going to make some medicinal herbs. And I'm going to go back out to an explorer shore, and we're going to get into some trouble. So you may be wondering why we're back in Moonbrook. And for one, it's because I couldn't get this to work on Coral Cay. Maybe that's because that's where the mermen live. But the reason I am here today is because I've never shown you guys what happens if you jump into deep water. After a brief moment, you get a message that says a monster draws near. This is a chance for you to get out of the water, and nothing happens. But if you stay in the water, a merman shows up, and he is quite unhappy. So he does this whirlpool attack that tries to suck you in, and if you're in the water, you will get sucked in. It does about 50 damage when it hits, which hurts, and then he blows all of you away, somewhere completely far away. Not like super far away, maybe like from here to the end of the pier I made down that way. Now, one thing I noticed while being sucked in was that I could hurt it. And if you can hurt it, you can kill it. Now, I've not found an easy way to go about killing it. And believe me, I tried for like the last hour to no avail. I've tried because, specifically, if you jump in, if you're not in the water with him, he leaves immediately. So I tried doing things like bait him to do his big attack. And you have a very brief window where you can get out of the water and run away and stay on dry land and maybe hit him with a rock or something. And then the second his attack's over, if he's over here, you have to be like over here. The second his attack's over, if you jump back in the water, you can convince him you're still in the water, and he'll try to attack you again and do the attacking, and you can jump out of the water again. Now, I feel like if you wanted to try to kill him this way, you could maybe, if you brought like a billion of those little throwing bombs, maybe you could kill him. I felt like it was unreasonable. Absolutely unreasonable to kill him that way. But I tried a lot of other things, like running back and triggering a cannon, or trying to be down at a lower level so I didn't have to run back as far. I tried different locations where it was easier to see what was going on. I tried. Heaven help me, I tried. You can't box him in, either. If you box him in, he just disappears. If you're on dry land, he leaves. It's as simple as that. And if you're in the water, he can and will suck you in with no delay. You just have to eat it. Which is why I have 100 medicinal herbs. I'm gonna go over here, actually. This is a little bit closer to where I want to fight him. I may have gone back over ground. Actually, let me go back out just a little. There we go. As soon as I see him, he's there. I'm going this way. I'm probably going to get sucked in by this. Yep, there we go. That just means I'm going to whack at him. Okay, so he went that way. I'm going to go this way. He will attack us, and he will follow us, as far as I know. Can you follow us this way? Back onto dry land. That's what I'm talking about. So we just kind of have to get sucked in. Now, I'm doing this over dry land so I can heal, because I have to be touching ground in order to heal. So I'm going to float down to dry land. And then I'm going to have at him again. Of course, you're underwater, so you're moving in slow motion. Now, if I could find a way to consistently bait him into doing his non-twister attacks, this wouldn't be that bad. But I have no idea how to go about doing that. So I tried this earlier with 10 healing potions and very quickly ran out. I got him down to like half, though. So I figured maybe 20. Oh, I should heal. Yep, gonna go heal. One more, come on. So I do have to keep in mind air. So I'm actually going to go up for air and see if I can bait him back up top. Yeah, keep doing whatever you're doing. Come back up. Come back up. That's what I'm talking about. Probably going to lose everybody else along the way, but that's fine. They'll recover. They'll recover. Recovery. They will recovery. Oh, I need to heal. Gonna try to bait him back up top after this. Okay, I think we lost Malroth. No, but we're about to. Or maybe we did. I think we did lose Malroth. Come back up. I'm fighting you up here so I can breathe. I really hate that you can't... Well, like, I hate it in an objective sense. But I hate that you have to fight him on his terms. I tried. Heaven help me, I tried. Oh, I gotta heal after this. Okay, that was a pretty decent heal, all things considered. We can take him. We can take him. Man, he's a bad aim. Like, I'm gonna go up get some air. No, I'm not done with you yet. Yeah! That was not even remotely worth it, but we did it! That's the thing stopping you from going out into the ocean. Of note, there's also one other thing. Have an inner tube? You can make one of these. You can get in. Float around. Whee! Oh, he does draw near. How about that? Hold up, I want to try that. Yep. Yeah, he's coming. Okay. There's an island somewhere. Maybe it's your Isle of Awakening. Where, as long as you're in an inner tube, this guy leaves you alone, and you can actually just float out into the middle of nowhere. And they're eventually way out there. Like, way out there. There is an edge of the world, and it's just a hard cutoff. You physically can't move beyond an invisible wall. But anyway, we did it. But Naka, you may be saying, There's food or some such that makes you be able to breathe underwater and move more efficiently underwater. Why didn't you use that? Well, you see, the problem with that is I didn't learn about it until about 10 seconds ago. So anyway, that'll about do us. There's one or two things left that I keep forgetting to show off. Nice job, me. I keep forgetting about this! Dang, it's not here. It's down there instead. But yeah, remember that big ol' thingamajig underneath the mountain? We can go in it now. They removed the barrier, so we can actually get in there. And even if we hadn't removed the barrier, we could break the blocks now because this hammer is kind of silly. Yep. There. Now it looks like the door is open. And inside you find a heck of a temple. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of wish there was another tablet for post-game, and I feel like this would have been the prime place to put it. One last little temple. In here, I don't know, maybe up there where that little clover thing is, or up there where that one is, maybe the other one. Yeah, just put it right here. Have all the monsters show up. Or maybe this doesn't unlock until you rescue the monsters or something. And then you give them a little place to hang out in here. That'd be cool. Honestly, I kind of just want to keep playing the game and doing things. That's mostly it, really. That's not a legitimate complaint. I just... give me more things to do so I can keep playing you. Anyway, so that's down there. We can do that now. Also, over here in the Green Gardens, I did a little bit of tidying up. I put grass everywhere that grass could be. It's all grassy down there now. Filled this with water. Replaced a dead tree with an actual tree. Malroth's excited. You may remember the little underground oasis, and I put this in here, so you can still go down here. It's still here. Relatively untouched. I kind of had to figure out what to do with it, because I didn't want to get rid of it, but this is just kind of a big old hole otherwise, and you want to do something with it. But anyway... over here, in a big old dry space that I didn't really have anything to do with, I put fish. This is every fish we caught. Every last one of them, except the doubles. There's only one of each in here. But that means there are 40 fish. They're a little crowded. So this big tank over here is seawater. This over here is fresh water. This is hot water, and this is dirty water. I also put grass over here. And it goes all the way over here to these. Oh, I also put that emblem down so monsters don't spawn anymore. That's pretty cool. Now I can put a door here and lower this fence so it doesn't look dumb. Cool stuff. Furrow Field is just so awkward because it has this giant thing right in the middle of it. That just makes it so hard to do anything with its space. Barbella, how'd you get back in there? I thought I got you out. She just likes her fish tank, I guess. Oh, both of you are in here? God dang it. Look, the boys still got some social learning to do. It's not what I want you to say. Not what I want you to say. Oh! So we got an interesting little bit of lore from these two. And I'm hoping I can get him to say it again. It's gonna be one of those you hear once and never again. Okay. So what you got was, dude mentioned that one of the Children of Hargon's top brass was leading over his old town, his old home, his old island, the one they ran away from. Specifically, Belial. Belial was one of Hargon's 3 generals, I think, if memory serves. So we're wondering, like, where were all of them? We only saw Atlas. Apparently, they were out there. And that also means there's an island somewhere that we've never been to, that these two came from, that Belial was running. But he also said that as soon as Hargon was defeated and the illusionary world was made real again, Belial just vanished. Apparently just heard that through the grapevine, or some such. But that tells you for sure Hargon's influence is done, but it also tells you, interestingly, that his other generals were still around, and the world is bigger than we thought. There's still plenty out there. I mean, go ahead and take a look. I think this is the fish I'm looking at. Okay, there's also one more thing that one more little bit of lore that I'm trying to get from this one. Maybe. A little creepy. Okay, as usual, I'm probably not going to get it again. But Gillian mentioned that you may have seen a photo, a painting, going around with my likeness on it. We've seen this, actually. And Gillian said that, like, to be clear, that's not me. That's my great, 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 great grandmother, who some ancient builder did a painting of, and it's been kind of passed around. It's Barbella! So anyway, that's it. That's about all I got for you. This is, I wanted to put something together here for all the fish. So this is a pretty rad looking place here, what with all the fish. While I'm here, I also have the supplies to make you the marine monument. All of these were available in the Coral Cay and its accompanying fishing spot. Let's plop that down, make it look all nice and pretty. Part of the area. And I should give Furrowfield this back. And with that, I'm kind of out of things to do. I've cleaned up, tidied up much as I can. So, reminder from here, on Fridays, I'm going to be streaming the work on Middenhall Castle. I've already done one stream of it. Went well-ish. And as soon as that's done, I'll be posting the streams up here on the YouTubes, so you can see that progression. It'll be a pretty chill time going through all of those. So you haven't seen The Last of Builders 2 yet. But I believe that'll be the end for us today. So the last thing that I forgot to do... Now, in order to share this with everybody, because I want you all to be able to come up here, I'm going to hit Upload Your Island. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Upload. I suppose this should be Naka, so y'all know it's me. Even though I'm a tofu. Hey, I'm already here. I don't know what to say. There it is, right on the front page. Y'all can come check it out. So one thing I've noticed is, though you can see it on the page here, if you don't see it, if it gets scrolled off or whatever, then you can still search for it. You have to go for the menu and search for an uploader ID. The uploader ID is what's down there in the lower left corner. It may be kind of small. It's also visible on the screenshot, as is for everyone. And the uploader ID is the PGXDF9Y07M. So if you do that, you can search for it and you can find my crap, which will find you this. And as soon as Middenhall is done, I'll have that one up here too. But that brings Builders 2 to a final close. Until next time, everyone. We're not done with Builders 2 yet. At least not in this stage. But it's goodbye for now. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you all for watching and joining me on this journey through. I've had an absolute blast. And I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Until next time, everyone.